Hi, I'm Vicky and this video is all about my top apps for making and saving money. These aren't just apps that will save you money when you fancy a splurge in the shops. These are apps that will save you money on your everyday essential expenses, such as, for example, your mobile phone bill, fuel for your car, food, and more. Let's get started. I'm going to kick off with cashback apps. So if you've never used any kind of cashback website or app before, let me just briefly explain how it works. When you click the link from that cashback site to the brand that you want to shop with, that click is then recorded. If you then make a purchase, that purchase is then recorded. So you will then receive money back for that purchase to your cashback account. How does the cashback site afford to do this? Well, it all comes down to it being part of affiliate schemes with those brands. So basically, the cashback app or website is receiving money for having referred you to the brand that you ultimately went on to shop with. And then the cashback site shares some of that money that it made with you. I'll kick off with Top Cashback. It is one of the biggest cashback apps in the country. Very, very easy to use. Once you have it set up on your phone with your account, you can just browse through to see which brand specifically it has signed up. So it's got eBay, it's got Argos, Currys, Georgia, Asda, Amazon. You won't get a great cashback rate on Amazon, but it's still money worth having if you're going to make that purchase. Halfords, AO, M&S, Shein, Very, Boots, tons of brands that you'll recognise on there. Once you've clicked through to the brand's website, you just make your online purchase as you normally would, and then that cashback should be tracked. I have never had a problem with it not tracking. I know that very occasionally people do say that they have issues with a cashback site not tracking their purchase. I personally have never had this, but very, very soon after, within about 48 hours, your purchase should register in your account. Unfortunately, it does take a few weeks to actually receive your cashback so that you can cash it out. The next cashback app is Airtime Rewards. This is one of my all-time favourites because it is so low maintenance to use. The money you earn on Airtime Rewards gets applied to your mobile phone bill. Unlike with Top Cashback, this tracks transactions direct from your debit card. So when you spend with a brand that is partnered up with Airtime Rewards on your debit card that you've linked to your Airtime Rewards account, it will track that and then it will provide you with cashback. Once you've reached a threshold of £10, you can then apply that to your mobile phone bill. When setting up your account, you simply tell Airtime Rewards which mobile phone brand you're with. All of the big ones are supported on there, such as O2 and EE. Once you hit that £10 minimum threshold to get a payout, that then gets applied to your mobile phone bill. So no, it's not cash in your pocket, but it's savings on your mobile phone bill, which ultimately is cash in your pocket. And as I said, it is so low maintenance because you're not having to go to the app and click a link in order to shop. It's tracking your transactions, so super easy. And if you follow Airtime Rewards on Facebook, they frequently have special challenges and special codes that you can enter into the app in order to earn bonus amounts of money as well. Next, the Jam Donut app, and this one works a little bit differently to the last two. With Jam Donut, you're basically buying a gift card for the brand that you want to shop with. So for example, say I want to buy something from B&Q, hopefully I have a rough amount of how much I actually want to spend. I go in there and I say exactly how much I'm going to want to spend in B&Q, and I'll then get a voucher. Just like you would with any other gift card, I'll get a voucher barcode that I can scan at checkout. Now, the great thing about this is you can either use them online or you can use them in store. Now, just a caveat to that, it does vary. Some brands will not accept them online, some won't accept them in store. It depends. So you just need to double check. If you intend to shop in a particular way, just double check in the terms and conditions for that brand that you're going to be able to purchase in the way that you want to. I have absolutely loved using this app for getting cashback on my supermarket shopping. A lot of the big supermarkets are on here. So we have got Asda, we've got Farm Foods, we've got Iceland, we've got John Lewis, M&S, Morrison's, Sainsbury's is on there, and Tesco as well. The rate of cashback varies, and very occasionally Jam Donut will do a pumped up offer on the rate of cashback. So it's always worth looking out for that. If you're going to spend on something within the next sort of, few days, always double check how long a voucher is going to be valid for. But if you know that you've got an expenditure coming up, then you can get the voucher ready for that expenditure and take advantage of the pumped up cashback rate. The next app is really similar to Jam Donut, and it is called Cheddar. Like with Jam Donut, you can use it to buy gift cards that you then just use at checkout to pay for your shopping, and you'll get cashback in your cashback account for having purchased those gift cards. However, you also link a bank card to your Cheddar account, and it tracks your transactions. So much like with Top Cashback, much like with Airtime Rewards, it will, if you've spent money with a partnered brand, you'll then earn cashback that way. So 2 different ways to earn cashback with the Cheddar app. Now, it may be that you don't like the idea of having multiple cashback apps on your phone. Maybe you're like, oh, I can't be bothered with all the organisation, I just want one, and that's fair enough. But what I would say is if you are prepared to put the time in, it's really worth having more than one cashback app on your phone, just because they offer different rates of cashback. And some of them are exactly the same, but sometimes they might have special offers. Sometimes that app might just have negotiated a better rate with the brand. So it is worth having several cashback apps so that particularly when you come to make a big purchase, you're getting the absolute best rate of cashback that you can, the most amount of money back in your pocket as you can. So we've talked about cashback apps. Next up, let's talk about apps that can make you money. So one of the best types of apps for making money from your phone is survey apps. These are apps that will pay you for providing your opinion. My personal favourite of all of these is YouGov. So it does have some downsides, and I'll say those up front. It can take quite a long time to get to the 5,000 points that you need in order to cash out the £50 reward, which you can get either in vouchers for brands such as Amazon or as a cash payment to your PayPal account. However, there are ways to boost your points. For example, you can share with it certain data such as your YouTube viewing history and your Disney Plus and your Netflix viewing history. What I love about this survey app is that I have never been booted off a survey. So unlike some other survey sites that I've tried in the past, this one will not kick you off. Once you start a survey, it will take you all the way through to the end and you will get those points. The surveys are always really, really interesting. Generally speaking, they're about lifestyle things such as, say, for example, like your household spending, what insurance companies you know of, what kind of brands of food are you aware of, all kinds of different stuff like that. It might also ask you for opinions on things in the news as well. So what I love about it is the surveys are really interesting. And also once you get to that 5,000 point threshold, you get a £50 payout. Another survey site that I recommend you giving a try is Swagbucks. There's tons going on in the Swagbucks app, and if you want a full guide to it, then you can check out the review on my website, which I'll link in the description below. But basically there are, again, surveys, just like with YouGov. However, there are lots of other things, such as, for example, if you use Swagbucks to do searches on the internet, they will reward you with some Swagbucks. Get enough Swagbucks and you can cash those out for an Amazon gift card. There are various other things such as tasks and challenges. It'll ask you to play games in order to earn Swagbucks, and also you can do things like sign up to trial periods with certain external brands. So say if you sign up for a trial period with, say, Simply Cook, it will pay you some Swagbucks for that. The offers change from week to week. The only thing I don't like about it is that it is affiliated with a few gambling sites, but you don't have to take up those challenges, those offers. You can just ignore those, and I tend to avoid anything that is trying to push me towards a gambling site, but there's plenty more things going on in the app that you don't have to do that. The next one is Shopix. So this is actually a cross between a cashback site and a survey site. Now, it's definitely not my favorite because it takes ages to get a payout with this. I think it took me something like 9 months to get a £5 payout from it. So it's one of those things where, like, if you only have limited time, don't put your time into this, but it is quite low maintenance. So with Shopix, you take pictures of your paper receipts from shops and upload them into the app, or you forward your online receipts from your online shopping to Shopix, and then they will reward you with cashback for having shared that information with them. And then in between that, they will frequently ask you sort of certain questions about your shopping experience, and that will earn you extra points. And my final pick for money making apps is Vinted. This is a fantastic and simple to use platform for selling your stuff. Particularly, I find things like clothes and also toys as well. There is a huge market on Vinted for secondhand unwanted clothes. Every time I have a clear out, I try to wheedle out things that would do really, really well on Vinted. I've got a whole video about using the Vinted app, tips and tricks for getting the most out of it, so go and check that out. I'm going to link it in the description below. You can have a clear out, say once every other month, and sell the things that your kids have grown out of or that you're not wearing anymore, or bits like toys, for example, that they're not playing with anymore. This is a really nice way to earn a little bit of extra money. And the reason why I favourite over other auction sites like eBay is that there are no fees. Next up, I'm going to talk about apps that can save you money. And I'm going to start with the Trolley app. This is an app that lets you compare the prices of essentials that you need to buy from the various grocery stores. So what it can do is give you an idea of whether or not you're getting the best price, if maybe you need to consider shopping elsewhere, maybe switching supermarkets to save more money on your weekly shop. And also, to be honest with you, it can be a real eye-opener. So there's, just for example, scrolling through here, there's some shampoo, some Neutrogena shampoo here. It's £4.5 at Amazon, it's £6 at Sainsbury's, it's £7.20 at Boots. So it can just be really useful just to go through it, just to like make yourself just aware of how much you could be spending elsewhere if you switch shops, if you bought certain things from different places. We actually now split our supermarket shop between several different places because we find that the different supermarkets fulfill our needs differently. So some of them are cheap and we'll buy certain things from there. Other things, like we know we want that particular branded item, so we can only get that from certain places. For example, can't get certain branded goods at Aldi. But this is just a really good tool for informing where you can get the best prices. Next up, guys, if you ever shop at Sainsbury's, I hope that you have got a Nectar card, and I really, really hope that you have got the Nectar app. Not only because if you ever forget your physical card, then you can always scan via the app, but also because there are often extra deals in the app that you might need to unlock using the app that you're not necessarily going to get just from using the physical card. There are also often special offers that you can unlock only in the app. So for example, at the moment, I am on a countdown to Christmas challenge, in which I have a chance to earn an extra 1,000 Nectar points if I collect 300 points by December the 10th. Next up, the Tesco Club Card app. Now, just like I said with Sainsbury's Nectar, if you shop at Sainsbury's without your Nectar card, you are just giving them money. If you shop at Tesco without your club card, you are just giving them money. So maybe you have a physical card, but it is worth having it on your phone just in case you ever forget it, because sometimes the club card prices are like half price of the normal prices. So you must always have that on you. And it can also give you guides to certain offers that they have, and that can help you tailor things like your meal plan, your grocery list for that week, based around what is the cheapest produce that week. Just a reminder with your club card, you should always remember to scan it when you are getting fuel, because then you can collect even more club card points that way. Next up, we've got the ShopMe app. This features offers at the various big retailers on specific products. So for example, I'll just show you one that they have got here. There is one on Nestle cereals, where you can get £1 off Kit Kat chocolate cereals, £1 off Nestle Nesquik original cereal. And what you'll do is browse through here, see if there are any offers that take your fancy, that are applicable to you, see which supermarkets you would need to shop at, because not every supermarket offers the same thing. And then you'd go and buy that, and then you'd upload your receipt into the app and you would receive that offer. So this is 50p off Maryland cookies. Now, I think the ShopMe app is definitely worth you browsing to see if any of these offers catch your eye. Some of them are good, and there are a lot of offers here that you're not going to find in store, and there are offers that you're not going to find on other apps. However, if I'm being perfectly honest, it isn't particularly frequent that I find offers in here that are relevant to me. Sometimes I do, but often these are things that I would just never buy. And obviously if it's something that you would never buy anyway, buying it is just you spending more money, it's not you saving. So I try and use it as a way to make myself aware of some better offers that I can get, but I don't allow it to sell to me. Another app that helps you save money is the BPME. So if you ever fill up at a BP station, you should 100% sign up to the BPME scheme. So every time you fill up, you scan your card, or you can scan it via the app. As I said, if you're someone who often forgets their loyalty cards, have them uploaded on your smartphone, and then you'll never have that problem. And then you can redeem the points for things like Amazon gift vouchers. And my final recommendation for money saving apps is the Too Good To Go app. This is an app that aims to combat food waste. It will connect you with restaurants, cafes, petrol stations in your area that are looking to get rid of surplus food that's going to go off the next day, that they're not otherwise going to sell at a huge discount. So I've got enormous, amazing bags of goods via this app from places like M&S and from places like Waitrose and Morrison's at less than half the price. The other day I had a bag of food from a little Waitrose garage petrol station shop, and I think I totted up that it was worth about £45, and I only spent £5 on the bag. Now, the bag that you receive, it's called a magic bag by the Too Good To Go people. It is complete potluck, so you have no way of knowing what is going to be there, which obviously can be a huge disadvantage to some people. Some of it is very random, some of it is difficult to figure out how exactly to put a meal together from, but oftentimes you get some really good stuff in there. Sometimes with things like Morrison's, for example, you'll be getting some fresh fruit and veg that you can use in the week. If you want to know if the bags from those shops are any good, look at the ratings. Now, annoyingly, Too Good To Go will not show you written reviews, but you can look at the ratings. I would say anything that is above a 4-star rating is probably going to be okay. If you're getting below 4 stars, then I would maybe be a little bit cautious. So those are my top apps for making and saving money. I hope you found some new ones that you haven't tried yet. My number one tip if you're going to use any of these apps is to make sure that you're checking in with the app regularly to see if you've met a payment threshold, because with some of these they're not going to automatically pay you. You need to actually tap to withdraw the money. So don't leave your money lying around in an app. Make sure that you're checking in on the apps regularly just to see if you've made enough in order to cash out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Please share with me in the comments your favourite app for making and saving money. I'm always looking for new ones to try. See you on the next upload. Bye!